Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I wash my makeup brushes. We all know that we should probably be keeping things that we're putting on our face nice and clean. However, we're never really taught how to keep our makeup brushes clean. So today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to take these dirty brushes to this nice and clean set of brushes. So I use a couple different methods and I will show you guys those in a minute, but a couple of things that you're going to need for this process are a cleanser. So this is the Beauty Blender Cleanser. This is what I use. This is just a liquid formula. You can use dish soap, you can use shampoos, you can use other brush cleaners that you've seen, whatever you prefer. And then I also have the solid Beauty Blender Cleanser. So this is just basically a little soap disc. So you could use a bar of soap as well. I also sometimes use a mat. So if this is really dirty, but this just has different little textures that help separate all of the bristles on the brush so that you're able to get them nice and clean. Sometimes I just use my hands and will separate the bristles with my fingers. So I'll show you how to do that method as well. All of the products that I have mentioned, I will list in the description box below. So if you're interested in purchasing them, you can just click on a link. This one I got from Amazon, so I may not be able to find the exact product, but I will find something similar. So if you're interested in seeing how I wash my makeup brushes, just stay tuned. All right, you guys, welcome to my bathroom. It looks quite a bit different from the last time we were in here during my brow video, which I'll link below if you want to check out. But first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and remove my jewelry because the makeup can kind of stain things and can get like in between the diamonds and make my ring look super dirty. So I'm just gonna take those off. I also changed into sweats so I didn't ruin my outfit. But I'm just gonna go ahead and show you guys how I wash first with the liquid Beauty Blender Cleanser and the matte. So the first thing is you want to turn the water on to a warm temperature. A little bit warmer. Try not to make it too loud. Grab a dirty brush, wet it, and then if I'm washing on the mat, I will just go ahead and squeeze a little bit of the liquid onto the mat and then just start to work it in. And as you can see, the makeup is coming off. It has kind of that tan color to the suds. We'll rinse that out. Give it a look at to make sure it's nice and clean. Rinse the mat off. And then we'll go back in. Make sure all of the soap is removed. Okay, so the brush looks nice and clean. So I will squeeze out the excess and kind of reshape the brush to a nice point. And then over here, since I don't have much counter space, I just have an old towel. You can see it's kind of stained with makeup stains that I'm gonna set my brush on to dry. So we'll just keep doing this process until all of the brushes are clean. Same thing again. And you can use the different areas of the mat to clean the brush. It really depends on what kind of brush you have to depend on which sort of section you'll want to use. Add a little bit more for this guy. Really get in there. Got all of those bristles covered. And it looks nice and white. So we'll go ahead and rinse that out. Again, do one final scrub. Make sure all of the soap is removed. And then squeeze out the excess and reform the bristles. So now I'm going to show you how I use the Beauty Blender Cleanser Solid. So I just get this wet, get the brush a little bit wet, and then I just run the brush across it. And after you get it nice and soaked up, you can go ahead and use the mat to help clean, or you can use your hand, which I'll show you in a second. So then we just got to make sure that we get that all cleaned out, make sure all the product is removed as well as all of the soap. You can see there's still a little bit more soap there. So we'll rinse that out again, rinse the mat off, and try it again. So it's not making any more bubbles, so we know that they're all rinsed out. So we'll squeeze the excess out, reshape, and lay it to dry. When you're squeezing the excess out, you want to make sure that you're not pulling too hard against the bristles. So if I'm going to use my hands and the liquid cleanser, what I'll do is get the brush nice and wet, and then I will pour a little bit of the liquid in my hand. Make sure the brush gets all coated with the soap, and then these I will just kind of massage. When you get into larger brushes like this powder brush, or ones that are more densely packed like this brush, such as like a kabuki brush, or this one I use for pressed face powder, you want to really get in there and work the soap in between the bristles. Leo's making his cameo. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of product on there, and if you split the brushes or the bristles, you can see that it's in there. So we want to make sure that we get in there. So sometimes I will pour the cleanser directly onto the brush and really work it in there. There you can see it's really coming off when I massage it. Now you still want to make sure to be gentle, don't be too aggressive when you're doing this, because otherwise if you are really aggressive when you're doing this, you will have to replace your brushes a lot sooner. You'll start to have some of the bristles fall out. You'll notice a lot of shedding when you're using the brushes, and sometimes the handle can become loose. Sometimes all of the bristles will fall out. So you just want to be gentle while you're doing that. So we'll just rinse this out, squeeze out the excess, and then lay it down to dry. You'll also want to make sure to clean up your workspace. As you can see, some of the makeup is on the sink here. that can build up to kind of like a soap scum and can cake onto your sink, and depending on what your sink is made out of, it could result in staining. So you want to make sure to just use your normal cleaner and clean everything off when you're done working in the area. Okay, you guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you guys were able to learn a couple new techniques in how to wash your makeup brushes. Ideally, I would like to wash my makeup brushes once a week to keep them nice and clean. That way I don't have to really scrub as hard, and hopefully they last a little bit longer. But that's just not realistic. I am too busy to sit down and wash my brushes for probably like 45 minutes every week. That's just not realistic for me. So I aim for every other week. And if I'm not able to do that, I would say try to wash your brushes at least once a month. You guys will know when they will need to be washed. However, washing them more frequently, you can be more gentle when you're washing them, which will hopefully make them last a little bit longer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to leave in the comments section some different soaps and techniques that you guys use. I'm interested in seeing how everybody takes care of their makeup brushes. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one.